Hello fellow cinephiles, Film Guru here. Today I'm reviewing Holy Motors. Now this is a French film directed by Leos Carax and stars Denis Lavant, Kylie Minogue and Eva Mendes. And this is the story of Monsieur Oscar, played by Lavant, a mysterious sort of figure that's picked up by a white limousine every morning and is given a variety of appointments that he has to fulfill throughout the day. He transforms himself into a variety of different identities with each appointment he has to keep. In turn, he's a company chairman, a murderer, a monster, and a variety of other particular characters throughout the film. And it really follows the journey of this man going through this one night, you know, having all these variety of appointments and playing different variety of characters and identities. And you're not quite sure what's sort of happening, and it's an interesting look, fly on the wall look at this particular man and the job he does day to day. That's all I can really say about the plot without giving too much away. If you haven't seen it and like something a bit different, you may enjoy this. It did come out in 2012 and is one of the most unique and original films I think I've seen in a long time. What I really like about French cinema is they do similar things to every other country in regards to genres. So you get your action, your comedy, your dramas. But then sometimes they do something like this. It's totally unique and original. And I think French cinema is where it's at these days. It's the only sort of particular cinema and country that's trying something different, that's trying a variety of different things and not the same thing over and over again. Other countries can do different things, such as America and Australia sometimes, but really the French really take risks and do stuff. It's so kind of shocking to us culturally, but is very powerful and interesting to watch. And this film's very much like that. It's a very captivating and unique world. It draws you in. You're just mesmerized by what you're watching. You get sucked into it and you go on this journey trying to work out what's going on, who this character is, why he changes his identity each time he goes to one of these appointments, and who he truly is as a person, and what's really happening for the characters, and why this limousine's driving them around. And throughout the film you start to learn bits and pieces about who he is and why he's doing what he's doing. But even when you do, you're not quite sure if it's true or not. There's so many things in that happen to him and that happen throughout the story. You don't know what's real and what's not. And you spend a lot of time trying to work all of this out. And this is the one thing that draws you into it, because you're trying to work everything out and go on this journey. There are some shocking moments in it and surprising things. And the ending, right at the end, is a scene that I was blown away by because I did not expect it to transpire the way it did or happen the way it did. And it was really fascinating to watch. Denis Lavant, who plays the main character, Oscar, he's really, really great in this. He's able to play such a variety of characters and do it so convincingly with each one, and transforms himself and uses the makeup and the things that he's got his attributes to create these things. To me, it's like a great expression of art, expressing oneself in a variety of different ways, and through art you can. And then it started to make me think too of how with movies like this and things, we're always trying to work everything out. We need everything explained to us. We need artists and directors and actors and writers and that to tell us exactly what they're talking about. With films like this, it's really about witnessing it, just going with where it goes and just experiencing it rather than trying to work it all out all the time. Just go with it and watch where it goes. Think of it like a piece of art. You just stare at it and you make your own assumptions and ideas of what it's about. And I think great artists are able to express themselves like that without explaining everything. David Lynch is a good example of that, of not explaining what he does and then just developing films the way he does and tells the story. And Leos Carax does the same thing. It's really just about, it's a fly on the wall look at this man's life, I think. And it's more about experiencing it and absorbing it than trying to work it out. And that's just something I really thought about when I was watching this, and it made me really look at it in a completely different way and experience it in a different way. Just want to talk a bit about the acting. Denis Lavant, like I said, is really, really great. Eva Mendes is kind of surprising in it. She doesn't have any dialogue, but has a really unique and interesting scene towards the start of the film. and it's sort of very different for her, and she's quite interesting to look at, and has quite an interesting little segment in the film. Kylie Minogue's another one that appears in it. She hasn't acted for a long time as in a role sort of like this since, I guess, her Neighbours days, and she does such a great job here. She's even able to sing a little song, and it just made me think that she would be really good in a musical, I think, just because she can act and sing so well together, and it gives it such a powerful sort of moments. And there's one bit in the film where she does get to sing, and she's really great in that and what we get to see of her. And that's the thing too, is you're never quite sure what's going to happen in this film. You don't know where it's going to go, and you're shocked and surprised each time that he gets out of the limousine and where he's going to go and what he's going to do and what he's going to look like. And I've never seen anything quite like it. And you really want to go on the journey with this man, this mysterious figure, which we don't really know much about. We don't learn that much about who he really is, just segments and bits and pieces of it. But there's just something really wonderful about this film, exciting, mesmerizing and compelling, that really makes you want to watch to the very end to see what happens. And you're always surprised along the way. It's a very impressive film, one of the best French films I think I've seen in a long time, and very unique and original idea and concept. Final verdict. If you like something that's a little different, if you're sick of the norm and you like something that's a bit eye-opening and a bit mysterious and surprising, then you may really get a kick out of this film. Like foreign films, like especially French films, you probably really love this as well. If you like any of the number of the actors in it, you probably enjoy it thoroughly as well. This film really isn't going to be for everyone. It's only going to be for those few people who like something a bit different. It's a bit of an artistic film, but also powerful in its imagery and its story and what it's trying to say, and the images that it does show to us throughout the film. Look, I'm going to give this film a solid 4 out of 5. I think it's really interesting and very well done, and I'm really impressed with this sort of this story and this creation of this film. And I would love to see more French films in this vein. There's something really amazing about this sort of type of film, and I'm so refreshing and powerful to see, and I'm very happy that there are films out there that are different from the norm and trying to say and do something completely different. Anyway, that's all from me today. If you've enjoyed what you've heard here, please hit subscribe down the bottom. Otherwise, until next time, enjoy the movies.